Hey, good morning, world. How's everybody doing out there today? I pray all is well. Certainly we're grateful unto the Lord for allowing us to see yet another day. And I want to come to you because I said I would, first of all, and to sort of begin outlining this blueprint that I said that I want to share, that I feel like it would be advantageous and beneficial for not only me, but for others, if they would just simply follow what we would sort of instruct and guide you to do. Now, I know many of you just simply want to hear about this blueprint, but just know that Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was what I discovered was built in a day. And I mean, first of all, again, I've been doing this for 28 years, and think about a house being built. The first thing that the builder must do is what? Lay a solid foundation. If the foundation is solid and everything that's built upon that foundation, just know it won't crumble, because why? The foundation is solid. And so I think over the last 28 years that I've built a solid foundation, and all I've done was build on the foundation that was laid. And with that being said, one of the first things that I've discovered in building a solid foundation is that you must have a solid credit profile. What do you mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. Your credit has to be, above reproach. And not only that, you must have some income. You must have some income. Not only should you have a solid credit profile, you must have some income. When I was 18 years old, again, I left Baton Rouge, Louisiana, went off to the Navy in San Diego, California for basic training, after which came home for about a 2 weeks vacation. Off to Virginia I go. I spent my entire Navy career in the city of Norfolk, the state of Virginia. But at 18, leaving home, nobody taught me about credit. Nobody taught me about finances. Nobody taught me about saving money. So everything that I've learned through sort of the school of hard knocks, through trial and error and based on experience. So I'm leaving home. Again, didn't do anything about credit. Bought a car with about 25% interest on the car that I bought. Why? I didn't know. Just oblivious to how credit worked, how finances work. But thank God I had a job. So with that being said, I applied for my first credit card. Got my credit card, had about maybe a $300 credit card limit. Because I wasn't well versed in credit, wasn't educated about credit. What do? I max out the $300 credit card rather than using it as a stepping stone to leverage credit, to build my credit. As I said before, building a solid credit profile, didn't know anything about it. I do things like going to 7-Eleven and buying chili cheese dogs with the credit card. After which, maxed it out. Guess what? You don't pay the bill back. You don't pay your monthly bill back on the money that you borrowed, the things that you used to get the credit card maxed out to the limit. Guess what? Your credit goes bad. Your credit goes bad. Now, when you've got derogatory things on your credit report, it takes about 7 years for them to just sort of fall off, unless you know what you're doing, credit repair services, things of that nature. But to be frankly honest with you, a lot of this stuff you can do for yourself. But the point is, I had to learn about credit. And so again, at the age of 18, not knowing anything about credit, meet my wife at the age of 19, who had a phenomenal credit profile. Obviously, her mother taught her about credit. She was responsible when it came to credit. She had so many credit cards. I tell you, if you stack them up on the table, it's like probably about 7 or 8 inches high off the table. You know how thin credit cards are, but she had a phenomenal credit profile. And so got married at 21, bought our first home, like I said, at about 22 years old. But the fact of the matter still remains is that one of the first building blocks, to having a successful real estate portfolio, or perhaps anything for that matter, is to have a solid credit profile. So what do you do? You build it up. How do I build it out? You can go to banks and get you a secured credit card for maybe $300 or $400, and they would give you a credit card they would secure the card on the money that you give them to sort of hold. And so just build it that way. And there's several other ways that you can build a solid profile for beginners. And if you are, my age, over 50 years old, and you have some bumps in the road as it pertains to your credit, guess what? The world is not over for you. You still can get yourself in the right position, to get in the race and ultimately get yourself a goal where you can be what you want to be at the set time where you're designed to be there. And so that's the first point I want to make on today. How it all began for me. I had to build a solid credit profile. Yes, I was oblivious to credit, wasn't educated about credit, but once you learn the credit game, please believe me, the sky is the limit. And so if you are interested, in becoming successful in business, it doesn't have to be real estate, whatever the business venture may be, even in your own personal lives. You can even make significant purchases without a solid profile. Even if you go buy an automobile and your credit is not that great, guess what? You get this high astronomical interest rate, and you find yourself paying more for the automobile than is really worth over time. Even when it comes to buying yourself a house, it takes a solid credit profile. And so that's, in my humble opinion, one of the first building blocks, if you will, when you're laying your solid foundation. And so, again, if your credit is not where you desire for it to be, and maybe you have some hiccups and hangups along the way, find somebody who know the ins and outs of building a solid credit profile, and let them assist you and let them aid you. And I guarantee you, you will be headed in the right direction. And so I'm going to conclude this video for now, but I will be back with you. And my plan is to have present recorded videos about 5 days a week, because I want to stay engaged with you all. And I'm serious about this, and I hope you're serious as well, because, the things that I've learned, I want to share them with you. Again, success leaves clues. Success doesn't happen overnight. But I guarantee you, if you follow the blueprint, follow the steps, when you look back the next year or two from now, you'll find out, wow, you're further along the road than you thought that you would be. And so God bless you. And certainly, thank you for your time, for listening. And remember, the sky is the limit. You can do it. Yes, you can. God bless.